In the heart of the Bronx, where culture, courage, and community collide, a message was delivered, not through policy, not through protest, but through paint, rage, and threat. Red paint, a scrawled accusation, and a storm of silence broken by the noise of violence. On July 21, the campaign office of Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, known to her supporters as AOC, known to her critics as a force they cannot ignore, was vandalized. The walls, once home to flyers, hope, and neighborhood dreams, were defaced with a message. AOC funds genocide in Gaza. A claim, a scream, a political statement made not in discourse but destruction. But this is not just about a building. This is not just about red paint on brick. This is about a woman, a lawmaker, a voice from the working class boroughs of New York who has refused to be silenced since the day she stepped into Congress. And now, someone is trying to do just that. Through threats, through intimidation, through acts meant to shake the spine of democracy. Her campaign manager, Oliver Hidalgo Wolobin, did not respond with fear. He responded with truth. He said this space, this office, was built to be a sanctuary, a hub for community, for organizing, for dreaming of a world just a little more just. And now that sanctuary has been violated. It is no secret that AOC is a lightning rod. Loved or loathed, she represents a brand of politics that does not apologize for demanding better. Better wages, better healthcare, better climate action, better justice for the oppressed. And yes, better conversations about America's role on the global stage, including the conflict in Gaza. But disagreement is not justification for desecration. Debate is not license for violence. And paint is not protest when it carries the intent to intimidate. This vandalism is not a lone act. It is part of a pattern, one that has seen threats to the Congresswoman's life rise in recent days. This isn't just about security anymore. This is about the soul of democracy. Because when we allow elected officials to become targets for assassination threats, we are not watching a policy disagreement, we are watching the erosion of civility. AOC is not the only one. She joins a growing list of public servants, Republicans and Democrats alike, who now wear bulletproof vests to town halls, who check the mail with fear, who look over their shoulders not because of the job they do, but because of who they are. Let's be very clear. Red paint is not passion. It is a warning. It is a line being crossed. And if we don't respond, not just with statements, but with action, then the next red that hits a wall might not be paint. We are living in a time where politics has turned primal. Where policy becomes identity. Where disagreement becomes declaration of war. And AOC, a Bronx-born daughter of Puerto Rico, who once waited tables and now writes legislation, has become a symbol of the fight for progress. That symbol was attacked. But symbols don't bleed. People do. And that is why every threat against her must be treated not as a political nuisance but a national alarm. She is a member of Congress. Her safety is our safety. Her freedom to speak, to work, to exist in the public sphere, is the measure of our democracy's health. And when that health is compromised by vandalism and violence, we must all respond, not with partisanship but with principle. The issue of Gaza, of foreign policy, of humanitarian aid, these are worthy of debate. Fierce debate, passionate disagreement, rigorous inquiry. But when critique crosses into violence, when slogans become threats, when walls become war zones, we lose something far more important than a political argument. We lose our ability to coexist. No American should fear for their life because of their views. No office should be under siege because of its stance. And no young woman who rose from bartending to the halls of Congress should have to count the days between death threats. This is not just about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It's about the state of a nation where disagreement now comes with a target. Where elected officials, chosen by the people, now live under siege by some of the people. If this trend continues, who will run for office? Who will speak truth to power? Who will dare to challenge the status quo if they know that doing so puts their life on the line? We cannot let this stand. Not now, not ever. To those who threaten, you do not silence strength. To those who vandalize, you do not erase progress with paint. To those who whisper hatred, the Bronx is louder than you. And to AOC, your voice still rings. Through brick, through fear, through every smear and threat. You were elected not to be silent, but to speak. So speak, Congresswoman. Speak for the working poor. Speak for the forgotten neighborhoods. Speak for peace, for justice, for equity. Speak for those too afraid to run, too threatened to rise. Because as long as you do, this democracy still breathes. And though the walls may have been painted red with anger, the people still believe in something bolder. A future painted not with fear, but with courage.